our ACCKC Online. Ako nga pala si Teacher Andrea, and our lesson today is Rahab and the Wall of Jericho. But before we get into that, let us all rise, sing, clap, and dance, and follow Teacher Jelly for our praise and worship.
ACCKC, I am Mami Je.
I am Josh.
I am Kale.
And we're excited to tell you a new story for today. Pwede ko bang makita mag-wave ng hands ang lahat ng kids na excited? Okay. We will tell you a new story for today, but before that, let's remember muna one very beautiful story in the Bible. Guys, do you remember the story about the Israelites?
Yeah.
Yung mga Israelites, love sila ni Lord, di ba?
Yeah.
And they were freed by God kasi there was a point in their life na sila ay naging slaves. Like utusan, ganyan, kinakawawa sila. From which country was that again?
Egypt.
Okay, don't say Egypt. Kawawa sila doon. And the Lord was mindful of them and pinalaya sila until they claimed their promised land. Now, part of their promised land was this place called Jericho. Say it with me, Jericho.
Jericho.
There's a beautiful story about this Jericho, but before that, may introduce muna ako sa inyo na isa pang Bible character. Her name is Rahab. Say it with me, Rahab.
Rahab.
Si Rahab, she was described by the Bible as a prostitute, but she was a kind of prostitute na caretaker ng inn. Parang ganun siya. So that was her job. And in fact, let me tell you this, diba? Yung story na ikukwento ko sa inyo, it's from the Old Testament. But you know what? Si Rahab, she was also mentioned in the New Testament because of this wonderful act na ginawa niya na ikukwento ko sa inyo. She did something really good that deserved for her to be written in the New Testament. Are you excited to hear about what she did?
Yeah.
Okay. So, si Rahab kasi, she was in Jericho. And in Jericho, during that time, parang sila yung enemy ng mga Israelites. Why? Kasi, i-conquer nga sila ng mga Israelites. Ang promise ng Lord sa Israelites, magiging sa kanila yung Jericho. And imagine, Rahab and her family was living in Jericho. And once in her life, naka-receive si Rahab ng word, and she knew in her heart na yung Jericho ay para sa mga Israelites. So she knew it. And I really appreciate na nakikinig siya sa voice ni Lord and she is willing to obey. Now, punta naman tayo dun sa isang character. Her name is Joshua.
Her?
His name, sorry, thank you for correcting me, sweetheart. His name is Joshua. And that is not you, Joshua, the son of Nun. Si Joshua kasi, siya yung leader ng mga Israelites during that time. And assignment ni Joshua na i-lead yung lahat ng Israelites papunta doon sa Jericho. But there was one problem. Ang problem, big yung enemies nila dun sa Jericho. And they were afraid of the people in Jericho. And so, nag-pray sila and tinanong nila si Lord kung paano nila makakonquer yung Jericho. One strategy was to send spies. Do you guys know kung ano yung spies?
Kinda.
Kinda? Okay, yung spies para siyang lookout. Yung lookout, parang pinauna sila ni Joshua na pumunta doon sa Jericho only to observe. So, before Joshua and the rest of the Israelites comes in, parang meron na silang eyes na nag-o-observe kung ano ang nangyayari sa Jericho. Pero, here's the problem. Yung leader ng Jericho, they heard na nakapasok yung mga lookout ni Joshua. And dito papasok yung role ni Rahab. Rahab, when she knew that the lookouts were in Jericho, kinuha ni Rahab yung dalawang lookouts. And what she did was, she protected them. Ito nga yung description sa Bible. This is the funny part. Rahab, parang nag-hide and seek sila. Nag-hide yung mga lookouts and Rahab helped them. Guess nyo kung saan sila nag-hide?
Where?
Any guess? Just guess. Guess, anong part ng house kaya sila nag-hide? Para hindi makita ng leaders ng Jericho.
Inside the wall?
Inside the wall? That's kind of tough. Where do you think?
Under the chair?
Under the chair? Josh, what's your guess?
I don't know.
You don't know? This is the funny part. Si Rahab, hinelp niya yung mga lookout na mag-hide sa roof, sa bubong. So, that's a good strategy when you do hide and seek. Sa bubong. So, ang sabi ni Rahab doon sa mga lookout, okay, I will help you, but in one condition. I know that God's plan is for you to conquer this land, but will you do me a favor? Kapag nasa inyo na yung Jericho, can you please save me and my family? So that's the good exchange. Rahab will save them. In return, she was hoping na isi-save din sila ng mga Israelites kapag nasa kanila na yung Jericho. Do you guys follow? Thumbs up if you follow. Okay. And yung mga lookouts, they agreed. Now, let's go back to Joshua. Si Joshua, naka-receive naman ng word kay Lord na ang strategy para manalo sila dun sa Jericho ay mag-march sila around the walls of Jericho. Do you guys know kung paano mag-march?
Of course.
Nakikita niyo yung sa school, di ba?
Of course.
Yung left, right. Okay, can we do that sabay-sabay? Left, right. 1, 2, 3, go. Left, right. No. Stop. Okay, stop na yung marching. We cannot march on Ben. Okay, so, stop. The camera is moving. Okay. So, sabi ni Lord sa kanila, mag-march sila around Jericho. But here's the weird thing. Pinagmamarch sila ni Lord around Jericho for 7 days.
Yay!
7 days. 1 week. Once a day para doon sa first day, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So, once a day yan. But on the 7th day, 7 times silang magmamarch around the city. Parang nakakapagod yun, ano? 7 times. And ito pa yung instruction ni Lord sa kanila. After nung 7th time, on the 7th day, they will shout, and that's the strategy kung paano matatalo yung mga enemy. Do you guys think na it makes sense na when you shout, matatalo yung enemy?
Kinda.
No.
It's kind of weird. Weird yun. Kunyari, imagine nyo tong wall natin. Do you think it will fall down by just shouting?
No.
This is fake bricks.
Yeah, that's fake priest. Pero yung wall, it will not fall down, di ba, by just shouting?
Yeah.
Pero, yung mga Israelites, they obeyed God. So, they marched around the city, left, right. They did that for 7 times on the 7th day. And after the 7th time, they shouted. Can we do it, ACCKC? At the count of 3 ni Mami J, all of us will shout. All of us will shout. What do you think did they shout during that time?
Hallelujah.
I think they shouted hallelujah. So can we try that?
Yeah.
I think so. So can we try it at the count of 3? All kids, watching us, can you all shout with us at the count of 3? Shout aloud, 1, 2, 3. Hallelujah! So like that, you know what happened?
The walls fall down.
The walls fell down. After they shouted their hallelujah, the walls fell down. So imagine it. I can imagine this. They were, the soldiers were inside the walls, diba, ng city. And they were observing. And then when they started shouting, nahulog yung walls. It was like, parang yung earthquake. The Bible did not describe na merong earthquake. There was no earthquake. And then, nag-crumble down yung walls. Nung nahulog yung walls, that's the time na nakapasok yung mga Israelites and they were able to conquer the land. Now, let us go back to Rahab. What do you think happened to Rahab? Ano nga yung agreement nila when Rahab protected the lookouts?
When I will help you, you will help me also.
Parang exchange yan, di ba? So, Rahab saved the lookouts and in return, ang sabi ng Rahab, please save me also and my family. So, nung nakapasok na si Joshua and the Israelites dun sa Jericho, ang sabi ni Joshua, look for Rahab and let's save her and her family. You know what's the beautiful lesson from that story?
What?
Okay, number 1, when God tells you to do something, we simply have to obey. Si Rahab during that time, she heard from the Lord na she had to protect the lookouts kasi the city was for the Israelites. Nag-obey siya. Okay? So, lesson for all kids out there, we have to obey. Oh, honest question. Do you sometimes find it hard to obey sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah? Kunwari, when kids are busy playing and then your daddy or your mommy will tell you, anak, hugas ka muna ng plato. Or anak, ayusin mo muna yung kama. Anak, pakiabot naman to. Sometimes when you're busy playing, diba? Sometimes it's hard to obey. Okay, and the lesson we have to remember is that when God tells us something, and when our parents tell us something, we simply have to obey. Are you willing to obey, Josh?
Yes.
Are you willing to obey, Kale?
Yes.
Are you willing to obey, ACCKC? Yes! Okay, second lesson that we have to remember, kapag may promise si Lord, ginagawa niya yun. He fulfills His promises. Kagaya ng promise ni Lord sa mga Israelites, when God said that Jericho is for them, God helped them conquer the land. No matter how hard it seems, kahit parang impossible, pag inisip natin, pero kapag promise ni Lord, ginagawa niya. Now, let me ask you this question. Can you give me an example ng promise ni Lord na dapat palagi natin i-remember?
You'll always be protected.
Okay, pinamis ni Lord na we will always be protected. So, hindi tayo dapat matakot sa COVID because God will protect us. That is His promise. Very good. Kel, can you give me an example ng promise ni Lord?
Many food for us to eat.
Many food for us to eat. Okay, fine. It's related to God's blessings, di ba? He wants to bless us. Kayo ba, kids? Do you like food? Do you like food? Anong favorite food ninyo? Ikaw, ano ba favorite food mo?
Ask Gil first.
Okay, anong favorite food ni Kale?
Noodles.
Noodles? Josh, what's your favorite?
Garlic bread.
Garlic bread. Okay, yes, it's true na promise din ni Lord na hindi tayo magiging hungry because He will provide for our needs. Same with the Israelites, because God promised something, ginawa yun ni Lord. And sa atin, even if we are still kids, dahil may promise sa atin si Lord, gagawin niya yun. For example, yung protection and then yung provision ng food. So, ACCKC, I hope may natutunan kayong story for today. First, let us obey. And second, let's hold on to God's promises because He is good. And with that, thank you so much for joining us today. Bye!
Bye.
Bye! Say bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye!